One of our viewers, Dropkick Lar, writes, if you watch Man of Steel, talk about it. We did watch Man of Steel, didn't we?
We did. We went on a shandango yesterday.
It was quite a shandango.
Yeah, to see what Michael Shannon was up to. Turns out, invading Earth.
The movie, I just thought it was endless. I forgot that I lived in a world where we weren't watching that movie. It was just sort of like, well, this is our life now.
My father is I seem to recall his face. Kevin Costner? Russell Crowe? I don't know anymore.
You know, these superhero movies with all the yelling and the running around. And
Glass breaking.
It just gets exhausting.
If Superman's job is to protect humanity, you have to take the fight out of Metropolis.
Yeah,
it's the biggest city in America. Take it over the harbor.
Millions died.
Millions died. Good job protecting humanity.
I hope this movie was a little easier for you to take than the Avengers, because in this one they destroyed a fictional city.
And a fictional Grand Central Station. But we all know where they were.
It was the same building, wasn't it?
Yes.
I've got a bunch of movies that I've never seen before. You don't know what they are. Every episode I'm going to spring one on you. We'll watch it and talk about it. Welcome to the basement. June is Foreign Language Film Month here on Welcome to the Basement. As you know, we just watched Bergman's The Magician, and now it's time to say goodbye to Sweden and go somewhere else in the world. Where should we go, Craig?
Carthage?
Well, not to Hollywood, certainly. But perhaps we should go to a different Hollywood called Bollywood. Before you can say, Jan Pehechan Ho. Here we are in India to watch a film that does not contain that number, I'm sorry to say, but is nevertheless a Bollywood classic. This film stars the most popular Bengali actress in the world, Suchitra Sen, and the movie is Aandhi.
I've never seen a Bollywood movie.
Neither have I.
Well, tell me about Aandhi.
Released in 1975 and directed by single-name Indian director Gulzar.
I hate single-name directors.
Yeah. Aandhi, which means storm, was allegedly based on the personal life of then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi.
Her personal life?
Though the director disputes this. These similarities, however, led to the film being banned in India until 1977 when Ms. Gandhi lost the election. The opposing Janata Party, who then took power, premiered the film on national television.
I don't know whether I should be excited or not. I imagine this could be really exhausting, but I know there'll be lots of music to keep us company.
There's going to be some singing and dancing, probably.
That's good.
This film was shot in Mumbai, which back then was known as Old Bombay. Here is your gift.
No. Oh.
I know what you like.
It's a postcard, and it seems to be of view from Clock Tower, Bombay, India. I collect postcards. Matt knows this. I can smell the slums.
Metumhe adraki film Aandhi ka anandumite. Miri hindi kasi hai.
Mindi hindi kasi me.
Yeah, you didn't quite say it right. Neither
and we're going to find out that you didn't either.
Ooh.
Your hand's in the shot.
Aandhi opens with the character Chandrasen holding a political rally opposing Arti Devi, the woman who currently holds the position that both of them are running for. I don't really know what it is. I thought it was Prime Minister, but I don't think that's the case.
Chandrasen is mucking up the mud against her.
So this is like the Indian West Wing. These two guys should be walking down a hallway while having this conversation. It would be a classic Gulzman walk and talk. Arti Devi decides to set up her campaign headquarters at a local hotel, run by J.K., the hotel manager.
Arti Devi. Arti Devi? Yeah.
This is the romantic lead. You could tell by that little tinkle.
Little tinkle? Is that why he's wiping his hands? She gets to the hotel, and she finds that things are particularly to her order.
There's a giant piece of chocolate cake next to me.
Sandalwood joysticks.
It turns out the two of them had a romantic past.
They shared a flashback of walking along the foothills of the Himalayas, singing to each other. He's got the best cardigan in all of the subcontinent.
This is what's great about Bollywood, is this slightly tubby, very average-looking man is a romantic hero. I love it. They have a face-to-face meeting.
Like, that music in our culture means that she'll have like an eye falling out.
And we see some flashbacks that show their previous life together.
They obviously were in a very deep relationship with each other that involved lots of early morning scaldings.
Ouch!
They had a daughter together, Manu. Slap. Who's currently at boarding school. JK also has a servant named Binda.
Binda is the sweetest old guy in India. He's always there with the tea and the coffee. He's got options.
I'll just be off thinking about all my dreams. The campaign trail continues for Aarti Devi. She visits a village and is jeered in song by a group of Suchitra Sen supporters.
Salam kijiye, Ali Janab aaye hain. Salam kijiye.
They're slow clapping her in song.
Salam kijiye, Ali Janab aaye hain.
Their singing protesting is interrupted by other people's stone-throwing protesting, and Aarti gets hit in the head with a rock.
Painful.
आरती देवी जख्मी हो गई.
She also is an alien. She holds a press conference with her bandaged head. I am now a black belt in karate.
Is violence not a part of politics?
I'm sorry, could you say that in our language?
And Suchitra Sen gets blamed for the incident. There's another flashback.
Noor aa gaya hai.
I would love it if, when they pulled back from the fountain shots, it was him just like spitting.
I've seen a lot of dancing. I was hoping to see some dancing. This is just kind of wandering around and singing. They visit some old ruins which hold memories.
Where they don't do anything except hug each other in the arm area. And of course they're singing, but this time they don't move their lips. There ain't no dearth of destinations on this earth of destinations.
Suchitra Sen gets a hold of some photos of the two of them together in their secret rendezvous. And he puts up scandalous posters of the two of them.
And everyone turns against her. It looks like the race is lost.
What do we have? Demands. What do we want?
Fulfillment.
We find out in the next flashback why they broke up in the first place. JK didn't like her political aspirations. Her father was meddling in their marriage and things just kind of fell apart. Binda smash! Back in the present, JK hears a politician make a lewd suggestion about Aarti Devi. And fists fly.
तेरी माँ लगती है क्या? देख लूंगा.
Dick. Her ratings plummet even more than they have before. It's the day before the election. Suchitra Sen is giving one final speech, and he's ready to completely take her out. He's gonna win this thing.
But she shows up unexpectedly, and she makes an impassioned speech to the crowd, confessing
That ain't no hotel manager. He's my husband, and I love him.
she doesn't even want to be reelected, because she'd rather be with her husband and her family. Alright, Chicago listeners, we have some news here for you, and here on Chicago radio. So what do you think happens? She's reelected in a landslide. I keep trying to get out, but they keep pulling me back in. JK and Aarti have a tearful goodbye at a helicopter. Come on, JK. Give her a thumb kiss. You know you want to do it. She must once again go off and serve in political office, but he says he'll wait for her.
No big final song and dance number.
The end. I hope that wasn't offensive. Well, Craig, we watched our first Bollywood movie, and there was no dancing.
No, not a bit. Not a little bit of that or a little bit of that.
I was so disappointed.
I think that it was a compelling movie, as far as the musical aspect. There were no fireworks there.
Yes. Yeah. The color in this one was so weird. It would just change in mid-scene. I don't know if that was a stylistic choice or a stylistic mistake.
Neither of us have seen a Bollywood movie before,
right?
So we don't know what the rules are there.
It's like watching anime.
Yes. Why is the man melting when he says that in anime? It's very difficult to say if we've watched a good Bollywood movie. We don't know if the film is supposed to change but it looks crappy to us.
This is the least physical romance I've ever seen. There is not one kiss. There is barely an embrace.
Did we have more in The Mood for Love?
All right. I stand corrected.
Yes. Why won't you just give me a decent foreign romance, Matt?
But these are two people who could easily be physical.
So, how did you enjoy this as a movie?
I thought they used their flashbacks very well. We've watched several movies this year where flashbacks were used very poorly, and I'm looking at you, Tough Guys Don't Dance, and My Son, What Have Ye Done? Those flashbacks told a muddled, incomprehensible story that was barely a story. And this, they did really well to kind of tease out the information of who these people are and how they know each other, and we get, you know, a little bit more and a little bit more. And we don't know the whole story until nearly the end of the movie. And I liked the political aspects of it. I thought those would be very dull. So they balanced all that pretty well. Even so, the last, 30, 40 minutes of the movie, I was just kind of like waiting for it to be over.
As we know, what little we know about Bollywood, it could have been a lot longer. I do love the fact that the movie was a middle-aged romance.
Yeah.
Which you don't get to see all that often.
No. So what can you take away from this movie? What have you learned?
No matter what type of house, whether it is a nest of glass or of grass, that it's alright if you're in love. Clapping in weird ways makes for powerful political rhetoric. And I've learned that I can sit through a Bollywood movie.
Those are some good things to have learned, and we hope you learned a little something from watching Aandhi with us. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Or check out another Bollywood movie. Just take the time. If you've got 3.5 hours to spare, go for it. Could change your life. You might move to Mumbai. Got some customer comments here, but first I want to encourage all of you to visit welcometothebasementshow.com, and you can leave a donation in the PayPal donation fund to support the show. Our recent donors are Pedro, who says, "Keep on rocking, guys." Emil, Susan, who writes, "Keep up the good work, gentlemen. Thanks again for a great show for film fans." Arwin, Daniel, Jesse says, "Matrick and Craig, I know it's not much, but I feel guilty for being so well entertained and not chipping in. Thanks for putting this show together every week. Other week, I really enjoy it." And our last two donors, Jeff and Jean-Francois.
Merci, Jean-Francois.
Thank you, everyone else.
To the rest.
I Got Your Ho-Hos says, "I want to lick Craig."
Thanks.
Queen Cups, "Craig was on fire this episode. So funny and looking yummy." There might be some licking implied there, too.
Yeah, I don't like to think about that episode when I was actually on fire.
And lastly, Dance Back the Sea writes, "Sassy maids such as I do so adore your show and lusteth after you both." Hey, I finally get some.
Matt is adorable.
So those are customer comments, and Craig, I don't normally plug things on this show, but I was sent a link by our good friend Kevin Lieber to a video that I thought was pretty amazing. It's called Fitzcarraldo. Fitzcarraldo, of course, is a movie that we watched on this show.
Back before it was cool.
And this is a trailer for that film done entirely in cardboard.
It is extraordinary. I've never seen anything like this before in my life.
It's stunning. The record turns on the little cardboard turntable. The Burden of Dreams is a film about the making of Fitzcarraldo, and this artist, her name is Robin Frohart, also did a cardboard version of Burden of Dreams. Check it out.
It's an unfinished country. So we are cursed with what we are doing here. Of course, we are challenging nature itself, and it hits back. It just hits back, that's all, and we have to become humble in front of this overwhelming misery and overwhelming fornication.
Robin Frohart, you need to go and talk to the people at the Guggenheim or at the MacArthur Genius Grant. People, you deserve big-time money so you can make more cardboard stuff and drive yourself insane, because I'm pretty certain that's what this will all lead to. That and great art.
And now, Seen It.
Seen it.
Oh, wow, a big sneeze that was. Dr. Lipkin, I would like you to review a horror film. That way I can experience the movie and its ideas through you without actually being scarred myself. I don't know if that's a typo and we meant scarred or scared.
One thing leads to another.
Either way it works. How about the movie 1408? I was intrigued by the premise when I read its TV tropes page, but it sounds way too intense for me. It sounds like it's good, but a good horror movie just means I'm likely to shit myself. Dr. Lipkin, don't bother. 1408 is garbage.
That is the John Cusack movie based on the Stephen King short story?
Yes. And I will say the story it is based on is one of the scariest things I've ever read.
Really?
The movie, they get it wrong on every conceivable level. It's ridiculous.
Take that, John Cusack and Samuel L. Jackson.
It's not their fault.
Take that, director of 1408.
Dorian. You guys should watch Children of Men by master director Alfonso Cuarón. It's among the best when it comes to gritty dystopian visions. Including some of the most impressive long takes in the history of cinema, this thought-provoking 2006 cult classic is surely not to be missed. Sounds like the back of the DVD.
Yes.
I saw it in the theater. I knew nothing about it going in. I was totally blown away by it. And I was shocked to find so many lukewarm reviews.
They're all saying this is a really depressing movie, and I found the movie to be super inspiring.
Yeah.
It's some tough stuff you have to go through to get to that ending.
Children of Men, they can't have no more babies.
And I think that Cuarón is one of the best directors out there.
Undead to Live. Just found you guys and still catching up on your old videos. I would love to see you guys review Holy Motors. Thanks. Keep up the good work. Seen it.
Seen it. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Holy Motors is a French film. It's a movie where you kind of don't know what the story is that you're watching.
It's proof that the Putney Swope Panic doesn't mean you're watching a bad movie.
Yeah.
I have no idea what was going on through 60% of that movie or more, but I had to keep watching because the movie was eating me and I was eating the movie. It was unlike anything I've ever seen before.
Definitely. Check it out with your friends, and it's the kind of thing you can talk about for hours afterwards and try to decipher it and figure out what it means.
I've started way too late at night.
I
was fading a little bit and I'm like, am I awake right now? Is this movie actually happening?
Speaking of obtuse films, have you guys seen Primer? It is a science fiction film dealing with the morality of time travel and was made on a $7,000 budget. It is one of my all-time favorite science fiction films. That is Big of We. Seen it.
Seen it.
I had to watch Primer 2 nights in a row because I couldn't figure it out.
Did it help the second night?
I don't know. No, it didn't. It's a puzzle that is so hard to solve.
It's a puzzle that's missing pieces.
Yeah.
It is maybe the most tightly written movie ever. There's not one word in that movie that shouldn't be there.
Right.
The problem is there should be around 1,000 more words in that movie.
That's part of what makes it successful. How many times did you watch it?
One.
Oh, you did watch it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry we have to cut Seen It a little bit short because you and I have some unfinished business to take care of.
We're finally having the duel?
No, that won't happen for months.
Okay.
I had such a good time doing Foreign Film Month here in the month of June that I want to do another theme for the month of July. What rhymes with July but sci-fi?
Oh, excellent.
I have another smorgasbord of movies for you.
Yeah. What?
8 films of the science fiction genre. You're going to choose 2 of them, and you're going to bring them to me in the month of July because you're hosting the show!
Yes! From here?
No, you can use the big chair.
Yes! It's more comfortable over there.
And the best part, Craig, is all 8 of these movies have been suggested by our viewers.
Oh, excellent.
Super Izumo. Wonder if they've seen Gattaca. I haven't. Ron Perty. What of Logan's Run? Have you seen it? No. Clones and Drones. How about Soylent Green? I'm sure you guys could make that funny. Zaylin 1. You guys should watch Starship Troopers. The blend of satire fits well with the overall feel of the film. Necromancer 999. If you haven't seen it, Fantastic Planet is a pretty odd movie. I haven't seen it. Jay Glover writes, you guys should check out John Carpenter's Dark Star. Not the best film ever, but really good fun if you appreciate the humor and go into it with the right frame of mind. Vampire Hunter 42. How about the British film Quatermass and the Pit, known in the US as 5 Million Years to Earth. And the last suggestion was made by Aaron Yonda. He chose My Own Private Idaho for us to watch, and he got to add one of his movies to my list, and I'm putting it in the smorgasbord, and that is Barbarella.
All of these are amazing suggestions. A lot of them I haven't seen. It's going to be a fun July. That's all I'm going to say.
Which of these 8 movies do you think Craig should pick? Let us know in the comments. Are you excited about...
Yes. The talking is what am I? Wrap it up.
We are done with this episode. We want to thank you guys for watching. Please leave us some comments. Go to welcometothebasementshow.com, put a few dollars in that PayPal fund, And we'll see you next time where there'll be a different dude here in the big chair. Bye, folks.
Now he's in lover man mode. Put on his silk bathrobe. He's got a cigarette going, sitting on the
crappy couch. That's a couch you'd find at a stoner's apartment in like 1989.